Hello everyone. It's 4 weeks since I started playing Anthem and it becomes harder and harder to justify BioWare's ignorance regarding endgame rewards. Instead of pretending to be working on something mythical called loot system and pretending to be listening to us, all they have to do is add proper rewards for endgame activities on Grandmaster 2 and 3 difficulties. More and more players are ready for those activities every day. And what they get in return for spending extra amount of time doing same crap all over again? Nothing. Literally. Can you imagine yourself working in real life for a hope of being paid and being screwed over and over again? BioWare devs should play strongholds on Grandmaster 2 and Grandmaster 3 at least once and ask themselves, what would it take for them to willingly do this on their free time? What reward would justify this experience and time spent? In this video I will share what would it take for me to play on higher difficulties and my overall experience with legendary items, which is abysmal. Let's get straight to the point. BioWare nailed only Grandmaster 1 rewards, guaranteed masterwork component for completing legendary contracts and guaranteed masterwork ability for finishing strongholds. Everything else is nonsense. For me personally, to play on Grandmaster 2 difficulty, rewards should be worth my time. For legendary contract it would be one guaranteed legendary component, and for strongholds it would be guaranteed legendary ability. On Grandmaster 3 I would add legendary weapon as reward from strongholds and one legendary ember to each activity. Legendary Ember would be used to re-roll inscriptions on our legendary items that we have and have bad rolls. And also Legendary Embers would guarantee high end rolls. So instead of hunting down another item with better inscriptions, players should be able to re-roll inscriptions on existing items. And all legendary items rewarded in Grandmaster 3 must be high-end items. In my mind, high-end legendary item means that it has at least half of all inscriptions maxed out and rest inscriptions at least as high as masterwork item top rolls. For components 1 inscription would be maxed out, while for weapons and abilities 2 inscriptions maxed out. Devs can even hide embers behind dailies, so maximum that any player can get is 6 per day. At the moment rolls are too random and sadly most legendary items are not so legendary at all. When legendary item inscriptions are generated, their lowest value should be masterwork's highest value by default. Legendary item rolls should never overlap with masterwork item rolls. That is why usually it's not enough to get specific legendary item that you are looking for, especially on items that deal damage. It's extremely important to have proper and maxed out inscriptions as well, as that completely changes item itself. And because they are not legendary at all, I got many items with totally useless rolls. Up to yesterday I could only use maximum of 3 legendary items at the same time because I had no E ability or component. And that is from around 25 legendary items I have. While my friends who have similar amount of legendary items could easily have 7 or more legendaries equipped. With such random loot, there will be players who are lucky and players who are not. I don't mind random if there are alternatives, but if all we get is randoms, then this is bad game design. If anyone asks me now, what is the best way to get legendary items in the game, I would say just play the game. I've got legendary items literally everywhere, from killed legendary enemies or no-name mobs, in normal contracts, legendary contracts, strongholds, free play, from chests in strongholds and free play. I got as many as 3 legendaries in 1 hour. And no legendary drops in 8-10 hours. Once I had 4-hour gaming session where I only got blues and purples. I tried more than 10 hours on Grandmaster 2 and result was even worse. My experience on Grandmaster 2 was worse than Grandmaster 1. What does this tell us? Whatever calculations BioWare uses is hugely dominated by random. And how do you think a player feels after playing 6-7 hours, doing exactly same stuff as yesterday and receiving nothing? Some players might have more luck from running Heart of Rage Stronghold, while others charging through caves in free play. I have best result when I mix different activities. At least I'm not doing same stuff all over again. Or am I? How can players enjoy the game when you play as a team and rewards are so freaking different for everyone? And by the way, there should be a way to share legendary items between party members after you complete endgame activity. Same as in Division or Elder Scrolls Online. My friends had multiple duplicates that they already destroyed or will never ever use, and I was stuck without a single option. From around 25 legendaries I got only 5 are not weapons, 4 are Q abilities, and yesterday I finally got my first legendary component. Fun fact, I got legendary component earlier, but that was for ranger only, and I unlocked my Colossus at level 8 and never switched back. And first component I got I couldn't even use, frustrating. Bottom line, there is no excuse that we don't have legendary items as rewards from completing strongholds and legendary contracts on Grandmaster 2 or 3 difficulties. Tell me, what would it take for you to start playing on Grandmaster 2 or even 3 strongholds and legendary contracts? What rewards would justify more time spent, harder enemies, and overall lack of endgame content? Have fun and see ya.